Glam Bachelorette. I am your official host, Maya Milan Get Right. I am so very excited to be back with you all today. There has been so much happening, but I am alive, I am well, and I'm a year older as I recently celebrated my birthday. So I'm grateful to see another trip around the sun. For those of you joining us for the very first time, thank you for stopping by. And for those of you that are returning GBs, welcome back. The Glam Bachelorette is where we discuss all things related to and centering the lives of single child-free women. This includes art, fashion, culture, business, finance, travel, beauty, and everything in between. So if you enjoy what you see and hear here, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we are always ready to welcome new members into the TGB tribe. Yes. Over here, we affectionately refer to our single child-free ladies as GBs, which stands for Glam Bachelorettes. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to chat a bit about what I am calling the curious case of Amanda Seales. Yes, I am going to talk to you briefly about who Amanda Seales is. Then we will chat a bit about her recent interview and what we as GBs can take away from all of this. Formerly known by stage name Amanda Diva, Amanda Ingrid Seales, born July 1st, 1981, is an American actress. Amanda Seales was born in Inglewood, California, while her mother was born and raised in Mount Moritz, Grenada, and her father, who is of African American descent, hails from Boston. As a result of her mother's heritage, however, Seales is a dual citizen of the United States and Grenada. Seales moved to Orlando, Florida in 1989, where she later attended Dr. Phillips High School. She graduated from SUNY Purchase, then earned a master's degree in African American Studies with a concentration in hip-hop from Columbia University. Seales' first film was a minor role in the 1993 movie Cop and a Half. The following year, Seales was featured on the Nickelodeon sitcom My Brother and Me. In 2002, she appeared on Russell Simmons' Def Poetry Jam, and she soon became publicly known as VJ Amanda Diva on MTV2's Sucker Free Countdown on Sundays. In 2007, Seales replaced Natalie Stewart of the music duo Floetry on tour with Marsha Ambrosius, and in December of that same year, Seales would release her first extended play album entitled Life Experience. In 2008, she was featured on the song Man, Woman, Boogie on Q-Tip's Grammy-nominated album The Renaissance. And in March of 2009, Seales released Spandex Rhymes and Soul. In 2016, she appeared in a recurring role on the HBO series Insecure. Also in 2016, Seales began hosting her own show on True TV called Greatest Ever. In January of 2019, HBO debuted her first stand-up comedy special called I Be Knowin'. And in July that same year, Seales hosted alongside judges Kenan Thompson, Chrissy Teigen, and Jeff Foxworthy a show called Bring the Funny, which was a comedy competition series that premiered on NBC. Throughout 2019, Seales served as a frequent guest host for the syndicated daytime talk show The Real. On January 2020, Seales was promoted from guest co-host to permanent co-host. And unfortunately, she did end up departing the series after 6 months of co-hosting, citing some dissatisfaction with the ability to openly speak on recent social issues. In September 2020, Seales accused The Real of stealing ideas from her show Smart, Funny, and Black, which premiered that same year in 2020. In June of 2020, Seales hosted the BET Awards. In February 2022, Seales was cast in the 3-part documentary series Everything's Gonna Be All White, airing on Showtime. Seales also hosts a weekly podcast titled Small Doses. And yeah, that's just a little bit about Amanda Seales' background. So Amanda recently sat down in a one-on-one interview with ex-NFL player Shannon Sharpe for his popular Club Shay Shay podcast. And in the interview, Amanda spoke candidly about her film, media, and stage career, her various talents, and her controversial interactions had with both co-stars and associates in Hollywood. Amanda mentioned actress and producer Issa Rae, who she starred alongside in Issa Rae's show Insecure. She also mentioned singing duo Floetry. She mentioned being banned from entering a Black Emmys party and how no one defended her. And she also spoke at length about Issa Rae's publicist seemingly having a vendetta against her and attempting to smear her name in Hollywood. Now, there were quite a few other things mentioned in the roughly 3-hour interview, so if you would like to delve into that, you can check out the full-length interview over at Club Shay Shay channel on YouTube. But where I want us to turn our attention is to the perception of single, child-free, dynamic women and how important it is to successfully navigate and manage your own power. So Amanda Seales is single and child-free, so she is technically a GB. Alongside possibly having to deal with the judgments that sometimes come with a woman's choice to be single and child-free, Ms. Seales is also intellectually brilliant, neurodivergent, multi-talented, outgoing, funny, physically attractive, and financially successful in her chosen field. And she appears to have a blunt, vibrant, and bubbly personality and does not seem to mind, calling a spade, so to speak. However, it is these same qualities that some find endearing and attractive that also seem to be the qualities that land her in hot water. In the interview, Amanda states that people have called her rude and nasty, that she struggled with low self-esteem when she was growing up and struggled with constantly being misunderstood. And I'm highlighting these things specifically because I think that as a brilliant, talented, and single child-free woman with such a huge personality, it's important that you create and manage space for yourself. Women that do not necessarily exhibit qualities that society has deemed as being appropriate for women to exhibit, such as being nice, polite, soft-spoken, quiet, docile, submissive, etc., will sometimes find themselves rubbing people the wrong way, even if they have not actually done anything wrong. So while I cannot speak on Amanda's life in intimate detail, I think that we can use Amanda's situation as a general case study where it involves single child-free women. When you are a single, child-free, and dynamic woman, creating your own safe space is critical to your continued wellness and growth because, too many times women can feel stifled, confined, or censored. So creating your own space may include things like starting your own company so that you can position yourself to make empowering decisions that are better aligned with your value system, being prepared to switch jobs, careers, or career goals, creating better relationships with like-minded people, while at the same time distancing yourself from those that are not, and respecting and trusting your own voice. Sometimes, you may find yourself as the odd man out, so to speak, which you should learn to almost accept. I am not saying that you should accept or tolerate bullying, intimidation, or disrespect, but I am saying that when you can acknowledge that you may have a differing opinion, viewpoint, or belief, it should be expected that you may not always see eye to eye with others, and they may not like what you have to say, and that needs to be okay. So long as you know how to explore yourself, understand yourself, and invest in yourself, you can cultivate that space for your continued expansion without feeling the need to get everyone in a room on your side or to see things your way. It's just another way of protecting yourself, which I think is very, very important. And it also empowers you, again, to have more opportunity to connect with people that will like you, that will understand you, that will value and respect you. One of the things that I noticed with Amanda in her interview is that she seems to lack a degree of self-awareness in terms of how she comes across to others. And this is not to say that she's wrong in any capacity. It's more so a matter of having your own boundaries, but also understanding and respecting the boundaries of others. There will be situations where neither person is necessarily wrong, and instead of simply saying, hey, I did nothing wrong and these people don't like me for no reason, it's good to at least be in touch with yourself enough to better understand nuance and to properly interpret the responses of others. And, now Amanda is also neurodivergent, and that's an important distinction to be made here because those that are neurodivergent typically communicate in a way that neurotypical people do not. But again, that's not to say that one is bad and the other means of communication is good. It's just a difference to be cognitively aware of when you are interacting with others, understanding that things may be taken the wrong way because you communicate differently. And at least this way, you give yourself ample room to clarify things and or to at least not see things as a personal attack. And building wealth is also a good way to do this because money gives women options. And I think it's always good for single child-free women to have options, especially when it comes to your livelihood. Amanda also mentioned in the interview that conflicts have or had led to her losing money-making opportunities at a time where she really needed that money. And so again, building your resources gives you power to withstand cutting ties or pivoting whenever you need to. When it comes to being a woman, discrimination and bias can still exist. But again, building power for yourself is just one way to mitigate conflicts. That and the law if needed. But I hope that you all were able to take something away from today's quick chat. Feel free to share your perspective or opinions in the comments section if you can relate to Amanda Seales' experience or just want to add your 2 cents. We welcome hearing whatever it is that you have to say. And until next time, be blessed, be happy, and always, always be glamorous.